my clients wanted to make an offer on a house and they had not sold their current house yet, and they were struggling to qualify or could not qualify
Correct.
to get a mortgage on the new house until they had released the mortgage on their current house.
Yeah.
And that is a very common situation. And we kind of look at a lot of different options. And in the past, one of those has been a bridge loan, which costs, a couple points. It can cost 2 to 4 percentage points, and it can be a very high interest rate. But what it allows you to do is make a non-contingent offer. And when we say contingent, we mean if we're going to the seller of your new house and we're saying, you need to accept this offer and give us a contingency so that we've got usually 2 or 3 months to sell our home. And if our home doesn't sell, then we can basically get out of the contract for free. And usually there's not earnest money at risk. So sellers hate to accept contingencies. When people are selling their home, they're usually going to buy another home. They want certainty. Everybody wants certainty in a transaction.
Sure.
So it's very hard to get, even now that the market is slower, it's very hard to get a seller to accept a contingent offer. We just had a deal the other day where we got an offer on one of our listings. They were paying us $10,000 over list price, which in the current market, we were like, wow, that's awesome. But they had to sell another house, and we said, hey, can we go look at your house? Because we want to make sure, of course, the realtor's like, oh, it's going to sell really quick. And I'm like, can I just walk through really quick? So I went down, I walked through. He said, oh, we're going to be somewhere between 8 and 850. I said, well, which one is it? We'd like to know. I know you guys are still working through that, but that's a big part of the piece. Where are you going to list? And, of course, it ended up being about 850, and we thought it was, they had paid $775 in 23.
Oh.
So I'm going to, this house really appreciate $75,000, which is about 10%. The market is basically unchanged since 23.
Mm-hmm.
So everything wasn't adding up. They said, well, we did new flooring and we put in a kitchen, and I was worried.
Yeah.
I knew our listing was going to sell in, a couple weeks. So even though we had another $10,000, we probably weren't going to get with another offer. We did not take that offer. So it's really hard to get a house under contract if you already have to sell. That's where Kat comes in. And with these other clients, she just kind of swooped in and said, hey, I got this program, and that's what we want to talk about today.
Yeah. So it's a buy before you sell program. What's interesting is that in a buyer's market, people still don't want to do a contingency. And in a seller's market, they absolutely don't want to do a contingency. So either way you slice it, they don't want to do a contingency.